Hey, what's up, you guys? This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report daily marketing tip. Well, today we're gonna have a lot of good activity on the channel. Uh, Definitely stay tuned for. Hopefully, we get some business spotlight features in today. Um, but what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to think about this, especially here on this great uh, Tuesday morning, as we're getting finished with the Tuesday distribution from our Monday prints. I want you guys to think about this. Don't be afraid to compete. When you compete, first of all, customers don't look at an ad or watch a commercial and jump up and go buy something. Stop thinking that. Have realistic thoughts about the market. Learn the market. Just because I saw a car ad, all of a sudden I'm not going to go and take my car to car repair. Just because I saw a restaurant ad, I'm not going to and go to the restaurant. I have to be hungry. And then I'll look at my choices once I'm hungry. And then I'll choose between which restaurant or if I'm going to cook. Also, if I have a car repair ad that I just looked at, maybe from a paper or from a television show, I'm going to wait until my car breaks down. Then I'll take it to a car repair place. But whatever car repair places are on my mind at that time, those are my choices. Then I will negotiate between the choices. Don't be afraid to compete, guys. Be one of the choices when customers' needs arise. Nobody just goes and buys because they saw an ad. You are responsible for your own success. You are responsible for your own success. I'll say that once again. You are responsible for your own success. You have to hustle. You have to put your hat in the ring, and you have to compete. Just because you threw on a NBA jersey doesn't mean you're going to win the championship that year. You have to compete. You have to work hard. You can't sit around and cry and say, nobody's choosing my store, nobody's choosing my shop. It's pretty sad to see. And then, as a result of no one choosing your shop, you stop competing. That makes no sense. That's crybaby stuff. That's like if I try to play an NBA basketball game and I didn't get in a game. The coach didn't choose me that game, or maybe I got in a game and I lost. So I quit. It's like, no, how are you going to get better if you just quit every time you feel like you lost? Come on, we're the business owners of America. We're the business owners. We're the bosses. People go to sleep and wake up and worry about pleasing you. People go to sleep and wake up and worrying about getting to work on time so you don't get upset at them. People are your employees. Be a boss, be an owner that constantly competes. Compete for your customer, compete for your family, compete for yourself. Compete. Competing means being visible when customers' needs arise. If you take yourself out of visibility when customers' needs arise, you're not going to be one of the choices. It definitely doesn't help you to stop advertising. I'm always, shout out to those who have websites. Shout out to those who are on social media posting. Shout out to those who are handing out flyers. Shout out to those who are. I saw a barber shop. They had a guy on the side of the road with a sign in his hand, shaking the sign at the cars. I was like, that's competing. Yes. He might not get not one haircut out of that, but guess what? If he keeps competing like that, somebody's going to turn in and say, hey, I'll be right back. Let me go and do whatever, and I'm coming back. Oh, I didn't know that barber shop was right there. Oh, they're open now. Oh, I didn't know. Now I'm going to go support. People love effort. That's why they go to the big boys, because the big boys spend lots of money on advertising. They're competing. They're actually telling the customer that they want their business. They're actually telling the customer to please choose me. They're actually competing for the customer. How arrogant is it for us as small business people to think that we can get a customer without competing? You don't have a website, you don't have a social media, you you're happy to be listed on Yelp. I'm going to give you guys a little secret. People like to be entertained. Nobody gets on the internet and jumps on Yelp. So being on Yelp is not enough. Half the businesses on Yelp are out of business anyways. They're not up to date. I deal with it every day. They're not up to date. Compete, guys. Compete. Put your hat in the ring. Keep your hat in the ring. That means you got a budget. Yes, McDonald's budgets. They have a marketing budget. They have a competition budget, right? The Lakers have a competition budget. That's why they go and sign the big free agent, because they want to compete. Domino's Pizza, marketing budget, because they want to compete. They go and spend extra money on the top CEOs and the top regional managers because they want to compete. Don't be that guy who fools yourself out of business thinking that you can run a business without competing for customers. Customers have a gazillion choices for every single need that arises. Why should they choose you? That's the question you have to answer. Compete. All right? Well, I'm a little passionate about that because this is what I do. I help you guys compete. And when I see folks refusing to compete, I'm like, man, you ought to just shut down your business right now and save your employees the agony. Customer behavior is not going to change because you are crying or because you are upset or because nobody's choosing you. You got to keep going. You got to keep competing. Just because the Cleveland Browns went in last place last year doesn't mean they shut down and stop. They come back next year. If the Clippers was in last place, they come back the next year. They try to sign new players. They try to get a new coach who's going to bring a better strategy. Compete, right? Come on, guys. Compete. This is a tough market up here in the AV. And if you don't compete, you ain't going to make it. I hate to tell you. All right. Well, this is WD3. This is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tip. I'm out here competing for you. Let's go get some sales.